Oh, hey, what's going on? It's Alex here. Actually, just writing down in my handy-dandy journal. I just wanted to talk about an idea that I was thinking about. Actually, I came up with this idea a while ago, but, you know, some things you write down, some things you don't, and it's great to write things down that you're thinking. So I got this little journal with a little A on there, A for Alex, woohoo! But I had a conversation over the weekend, and I think I brought up a good point about awareness. Like, calibrating your awareness. So I brought it to the term that it's like a scale. And you have a scale, and there's like your bathroom scale, which reads in pounds. You know, you weigh 129 pounds, you weigh 205 pounds, maybe 0.5 it says. But it doesn't go any deeper than a 0.5 or half a pound. And then there's the scales that read things on like the molecular atomic level, which could read down to the nano atomic particle, and it could read all the way up to the pound. So it's a big scale, wide variety. It gets the precise measurement of how much something weighs. So that scale's awareness level is very high because its awareness is to everything. It could measure anything. If a speck of dust lands on it, it can measure it. And the bathroom scale, if a speck of dust lands on it, doesn't even know it's there. It doesn't move. So its awareness is not as, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? The awareness of it is not as high as the atomic scale as a bathroom scale. So when you put that into a human perspective, it's like our awareness. It's what do you see? So when you go out in the world and you have a bathroom-sized scale looking out on the world and looking at people and having conversations and going through your everyday life, you're only going to go out there with a bathroom-sized scale awareness, which means that you're not going to pick up everything. If someone's giving a subtle cue that maybe their body language is giving off, or the way they're positioned, or their hand gestures, or anything like that, you're not going to pick up on it because your scale doesn't read it. So if you had a more higher awareness, a higher consciousness, then you would easier be able to pick up on the cues. You're more aware of what's going on. So you should go through life with a higher awareness of things. And in order to do that, you have to start feeling things in your body. You have to get in touch with yourself. Look at what you do, and other people are humans too, so they're going to do the same things. It's all about interaction through body language and perception, and everybody's got their own different perception of different things. But as long as you could take the basis of certain things and look at it almost sounds like when you increase your awareness, you would have to like look at things in a more deeper way. But like for myself, I consider it simpler, because when you look at things simply, it's like geniuses. They look at things simply, like a kid, a baby, not like a baby, but like a 3 or 4 year old. When they do like an IQ test or these certain types of genius tests, they rock on them for some reason. Why? Because it's simple. The answer's right in front of you. You're just looking too much into the question. You're taking the question for the content, not the context. The context. So you're looking at the yes or no answer. You're not looking at where the question was derived from. The context to the question, not the content. So I think you derive more of an answer from that reaches deeper down, that you understand more from the context than actually the content. So when you go out in the world, you should actually become aware of your surroundings and pick up on little things. Make your awareness higher. Read the smaller things. It'll be a lot simpler once you get used to it, and it's almost like thinking on a simpler level. Like people say, "Oh, you're simple-minded," which means simple-minded could be, you're not the brightest person, you're not the smartest person. But my perspective of being simple-minded is actually thinking very simply. Like I think of how I go carry out myself throughout the day and how I act towards certain people, and it's really simple to pick up on how other people are doing. So when I think simply, it's almost like a higher awareness of thinking. So I invite you all to try to do that, just because it'll work out so much better in life if you could pick up on certain things that people are doing. So stop going into things with a narrow awareness and broaden it. Open your mind. Imagine if your mind was open to all the things out there. You have more knowledge, right? Because you're more open-minded. Your mind's more open. It's less shut off. So if your mind's shut off, like, I got the gates and they're shut off, and I only have this much knowledge, which is from this level down, then I have a very small spectrum of knowledge. But if I could open up my head and be open-minded, I have a lot more knowledge. I have the universe of knowledge. I have my subconscious knowledge at my fingertips. And so I think that's where you start to play into effect of where your subconscious comes into play. It's like when you say something, people don't think about what they say. They just say it. But if you actually know when you choose your words and you start to pretty much look at yourself and figure out your flaws and keep on moving forward and be like, oh, you know what? I did do that. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that next time. Oh, you know what? That person is right. I did do that, and I might have offended them. So maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. And then you'll start picking up on those cues a lot more often. So point of this conversation is be more aware. Because if you're more aware, you could read more things. Who wouldn't want to be able to read more things? And it's simpler to read more things. So check it out. I invite you to try to do this. Just become more aware. Awareness. It's awesome. Check it out. Try it. Bye-bye.